Faced off with a creature called a Bloodweird. The creature was apparently some kind of water elemental that had been corrupted by whatever was in the pond in the center of the grove where you were sent to investigate the source of undead plaguing or threatening the town of Pyre, where you have been hired as guards. You and your companion and guide Dorful set out on a trip through the woods, this area called the Great Wood, to find the source of where the undead may be coming. Following the trail left by the most recent undead, you found a grove in which sat a pond with a sepulcher half submerged in one end of it. After fighting off some undead that rose around the pond, you provoked the ire of a, as I said, corrupted water elemental that you did battle with, eventually dislodging the head floating in the center of the Bloodweird and dispersing it. While investigating the contents of the sepulcher, you found a few things. Inside, you found a wand that was apparently able to control the undead. You found a vial of blood, bright red blood. You found a journal that gave Bergram a vision, and that vision was of a man apparently commanding a legion of undead against an advancing horde of farmers and peasants, and falling eventually to those peasants um, uh, while standing at the steps of a temple of Pharasma. Inquiring Godorful told you that there was, in fact, there used to be a temple of Pharasma a long time ago. Pharasma being the Lady of Death, sort of the the watcher of the Wheel of Life. Pharasma is in charge of ensuring souls go where they're supposed to go.
Did we also find a weird rope?
What's that? Oh yeah, you did find a weird rope.
Somebody put it on.
Someone did put it on. Simo put it on. Simo put it on, didn't he?
Did I?
Somebody did.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah,
Either
I think
Simo or
Okami
Lawrence.
No, it was Lawrence that put it on. It was yeah, as Lawrence said. We can kind of hear you. You're coming through kind of like, it sounds like you have your microphone in your mouth almost.
You swallowed your microphone.
I don't mean to be, I'm not saying that to make fun of you. I'm just trying to describe the sound.
Next time, instead of putting it in your mouth, you should try putting it in your ass.
Like Mongolian throat level music, deep.
Yeah, the throat earbud is a good one.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's a very good impression of a white person doing Mongolian throat singing.
There's some didgeridoo going on there too.
That's what I said.
I'm a multicultural racist. Okay, yeah, and I almost drowned, and my bro totally dug me out, and...
You can't swim, Bergram.
Oh, you can't swim, you fucking bastard.
I told ya.
He told me not shit.
Then the coffin fell in the water, and I think our next plan was to go in the water, I'm pretty sure. Didn't the NPC dive in the water?
We totally sent Dorful to go, yes. And then he passed, with assistance, I think. He passed all of his checks. And that's what recovered all those items.
And then at the very end of the session, you also found a headless body, presumably belonging to the head, which had been since discarded on the shore. You the last thing that happened was that the body and the head both twitched, and you heard a voice say, "What the hell is going on here?" Perhaps not in that exact voice, but that's what was said.
A smarmy Cockney NPC. I mean, there's a first time for everything.
There's a 357th time for everything too. I can do one accent with an inconsistency, and that is it. Some say I am sticking within my comfort zone too much. I would argue that the best DMs are comfortable DMs.
All right, is there anything else we need to know? So what do you got? You got Okami bathed in like this dead man's robe. I'm sputtering and coughing. I almost drowned. Dorfel has successfully like deep dived and recovered all these things. And there was a head. Where was the head? On the shore? And the head just randomly started spouting nonsense in a
Yes.
Cockney accent.
In a Cockney. No, I need to change that voice. What's going on? I'm sorry. What's going on here?
Bloody hell. Hey. The fuck was that?
Give me back my body this instant.
Peer around. Try and zero in on where that voice is coming from.
It is coming from the head, which is twitching violently on the ground. The flapping jaw causing the head to roll back and forth as the person speaks. Apparently from with no lungs nor vocal cords to propel air through decayed lips.
We've tried too much to detect magic in this place. We know better. I'm going to rub my eyes, trying to perhaps clear the drunk out of it. Is that head still flapping?
Oh, it is. And by this point, tiny points of red light have appeared inside the empty eye sockets.
I would like to prepare to kick this thing. But yeah, I mean, I'll ask it like who it is or what it is.
The head rolls itself to one side so that those points of light are fixed on you. And the voice says, "I am Dreadlord Nuxum Vol." And that is, and Saber is yelling at me. Saber, 1 second. I'm trying to scare people here with a necromancer.
Aw, the cat.
Um,
I'm gonna grip the sleeve of my brother's tunic and exclaim exasperatedly, "Brother, do you see it? Do you see the ghastly flapping jaws?
A
The
bloody head.
decaying maw?
I'm about to kick it across this grotto. I don't know what the fuck accent that was.
No violence. No, not now. Just give it a second. You're the dreadnought. What now?
Dreadlord Nuxum Vol.
Okay.
You're a bloody skull rolling around on a bank.
Only because you separated me from my body. Give it back.
Mr. Vol, we did no such thing.
The head slowly rolls again to turn those points of light on you. Then where is it?
Your body? One moment. Dorful, did you happen to find anything down there?
One second. This cat.
There's like an undead
mean,
cat that crawled out too. It's like interrupting the scene.
I'm going to point to a random undead decapitated body laying elsewhere. Is that it? Is that your body there?
Slow turn. This thing's agility with just moving its jaw and kind of whatever force is currently moving it is kind of astounding. It turns and looks at the body, then slowly rolls back toward you. No, that's not it. There's a rope. He spots Okami. You! Why are you wearing my robe?
It's my robe now, loser. Get lost.
The points of light flare, and I need a will save from you, please. You take a -2 penalty to this because you're wearing the robe.
I just love the way you delivered that. You're like, the points of light flare, and I'm gonna need a save.
That is not going to do it. You find yourself desperately tearing the robe from your shoulders, as though you were terrified of what would happen if you didn't. The fear sort of accelerates the process, and the robe sort of drifts down to the ground in front of you after you sort of yanked it from your body. And only when the robe is completely disconnected from you and has finished fluttering to the ground does the fear leave you. And Vol, what's left of the body, what's left of his skull, what flesh still clings to the bone, curls in some approximation of a smile.
Can I try and set fire to the cloak?
Sure. Do you have a spell that does that?
I do.
Go for it. The cloak does not catch fire. The flames sort of lick and grasp at the edge of it, rolling over the hem, creating a thin trail of smoke from the grass that's being burned beneath it, but the cloak itself is unharmed.
Oh well.
I told you not to wear the fucking thing.
Been learned, I guess.
I think we can only assume that this Dreadlord Maximble is responsible for our undead problem.
Probably has something to do with it.
Brother, I find it hard to believe that a disembodied head flapping around on a bank is commanding an army of undead into the town of Pyre.
Well,
I'm not commanding anything yet. You wait till I get my body back.
Mate, I'm not willing to let you get near. And as I approach, can I try and approach the head as I'm speaking these things? I'm not sure I'm willing to let you get near anything at this moment. Nothing approaching the head? If nothing happens as I'm approaching the head, then I would like to tower over it.
The head rolls so that it can fix both eyes on you. I was hoping not to waste what magic was left. Roll me a will save. That'll do it. There is a compulsion to hurl yourself into the pond. You get a vision of a corpse a body huddled in the corner of the sepulcher, which is now at the bottom of this pond. You want to go get it. You need to go get that body and bring it back to the surface. You have to. You must. The compulsion passes. You resist it.
Are there
And-
any? And I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The head spits a curse. Nuxum Vol spits a curse as his charm is apparently misfires.
Are there any ancillary or other effects, lingering effects?
No.
Then when I shake this curse free from my mind and rid myself of these visions, and have determined that this is an evil creature of some kind, and I am towering over it, it is between my 2 feet. I'd like to crack a smile, give a little chuckle. Nuxum Vol, I think you've commanded your last undead. And take a swing with my hammer.
Roll it.
I will when I figure out this sheet again. Hold on. There it is. That's a button. I hit that button.
You hit the head, nothing happens. Your hammer sinks into the bone as though it were soil, almost. And when you pull it away, the bone reshapes itself.
Does Vol have a response?
It's quiet for a moment before he finally, you hear sort of in the back of your head, your weapons are useless to me, against me. I am immortal.
As he's saying that, I would like to cast Disrupt on Undead on him.
Okay. Basic fortitude save. Crits.
Oh, fuck.
He on a standard success, he he resists the damage and takes half damage. On a critical success, which is what this is, he takes no damage. He again turns to glare at you, and this time there is a sort of glint behind his eyes that hang on, I'm going to put him on the field here. There is a glint behind his eyes that that seems to flash before he mutters something in a language I don't think you speak, and casts lightning bolt, targeting in a 120-foot line. That's going to hit both Okami and Simo, who need to make me DC 21 reflex checks. Let's hope you don't roll a critical failure. You pass. Okami, you fail. Okami, you take 24 electricity damage. Simo, you take 12. And I'm assuming we're in combat.
Yeah.
And
can I actually be right next to the head? Because that's what I was like saying in my descriptions. Like I was
Yeah.
getting ready to kick the head.
Yeah,
I thought
course.
it was this body here.
nope. Absolutely. All right. Okay, here we go. Remember to click your token before you click your initiative. I mean, you had 25 on that initially. Huh, 325s. Wow. And Dorful. Okay. Starting us off is Simo.
All right. Simo is God, what's what I'm looking for? I don't know. He's pissed off. Like, how dare this fucking head shoot lightning at me? Sumo like sidesteps, getting burned from the lightning. Ass, you fool! You dare attack the great Sumo? I fought in your general direction. And that I'm gonna shoot Disrupt Undead.
Okay. Sport save. He passes. He takes has a critical success, so he takes no damage.
Right,
Wait, no. Hang on. I rolled for the wrong character. I seemed really high to
don't
me.
you dare turn the NPC against us.
What the fuck?
Ha 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 ha.
That's twice. That's twice he's rolled the same god. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's the opposite. What the fuck? Jay, clip that.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's like the surprised one, not the angry one.
All right,
All right.
I'm gonna sidestep like over here. Sure.
Okay. Orston.
I'm gonna bash the shit out of his head with my warhammer.
That is a hit for 10 bludgeoning. Lawrence, I'll fix your token so that it shows your health above you in just a second. It's
Okay, cool.
One more.
okay. It's another hit. This one seems to break some of the bone. You seem to be doing actual damage to him now.
I'll raise the shield.
Okay. Lawrence, it is your turn. Okami.
I'm gonna cast Disrupt Undead again.
Okay. If he rolls another nat 20, I'm going to start using my regular dice. He fails and takes 12 damage.
Then I'm gonna move back over here.
Okay.
That's it for me.
Got it. Bergrim.
I'm pretty pissed off and disgusted at this undead abomination. So, completely ignoring the bolt of lightning he had fired off at my comrades and the crushing damage my brother had just dealt to him, I'm going to give it the good old action hero snarl, and I'm just going to try and cast Divine Lance on his ass.
Okay.
One moment. Do I have a button out here? No. Okay. That's the button.
Hit.
7 lawful good damage.
All right.
Is that a cantrip? That should be another D4 probably.
Yep.
You should fix that.
Roll another d4.
Fucking program, you don't even know how to use your own spells. I don't know how to explain that in world though.
Quick rundown. Why is it a heightened effect? Pathfinder 2e?
Cantrips are automatically leveled up to half your level rounded up, and we're 3, so half rounded up is 2, and all cantrips go up. And so you see how it says heightened effect +1 damage increases by 1d4.
Yes, okay.
It's, I mean, I don't know. It's how they've implemented scaling, but it's kind of complicated. And for some reason, Roll20 doesn't handle it for you, even though it could.
There's a lot of room for improvement with these.
Yeah, the
Roll
sheet
20.
sucks.
Yeah, the sheet sucks. All right. It is anything, or you cast Divine Lance. You have one more action.
We'll also just raise a shield.
Okay. And then Dorful. It is his turn. He is going to swing his great axe at it. He's going to hit for 11 slashing. And hit for another 10 slashing. And the head goes still.
Good fucking riddance, let's bury this thing, or
Isn't he a little too far to be hitting the head, though?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we should have moved up first. Thanks for that reminder. That probably looked really weird for anybody watching the video.
as usual, our friend saves the day.
The head stops moving for about 10 seconds. And then
Fuck.
you thought you could just destroy me? A bunch of peasants couldn't do it. You couldn't either.
I told you we should have buried him quicker than that.
He's nothing but a blight on this world. We'll rid it of him post haste.
If we just kick him into the middle of the pond and
Yeah, I was gonna just
go on our
toss.
way.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
a bad
toss him in the
idea.
pond. What's the worst that could happen?
That's where his body is.
Ah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Can
Dorful.
anybody, I don't know, can you dig a hole with a spell or something and we can throw it in there and like bury him, or
Dorful, do you recognize this disembodied head?
Second. Dorful thinks for a second. of course, Nuxum having resurrected himself after your attacks is going to try and cast a spell. But he would have done that in 10 seconds after he got killed. So we would have been on the top of the third round, roughly, when this starts again. So do you want to try to kill him again, or do you want to get out of the way? How do you want me to do this? Because if you don't stop him somehow or leave the area, he's just going to keep casting spells at you.
Yes, I gathered. But I do want to know, does Dorfel have any other information? Was he even a resident of Pyre? I don't remember his backstory.
Dorfel came to Pyre a little while before you did, but he is familiar with the Greatwood area. He would tell you that Nuxum Vol is a pretty famous name around these parts as a necromancer who attempted to conquer parts of both the Ostvian Empire and Velstadt, which there are the two countries between which the Great Wood sits. He attempted to turn the Great Wood into his own miniature empire with an army of undead and was put down by a band of local peasants. The vision that you had of a necromancer being stabbed in the chest with a pitchfork sort of flashes across the backs of your eyelids, Bergram.
I suppose if he'd done that and this cackling head had come back to life, could I attempt a spell, a cantrip on it before it was able to act?
Yeah, it doesn't get another turn until after everyone else. It's last on the initiative list. So going by, I said it was down for about 10 seconds, which was about 2 rounds, which is what he rolled. 12 seconds, we'll say. You guys would all get to go before he gets to go again because we're at the top of the third round. Does that make sense?
It does.
So we're just going to go back to the top of the third round. It's Simo's turn. Does Simo want to do anything?
Big
Okay.
J, yes, you can.
Are we going again? Ah, this fucker. Fuck it. I started blasting.
He's going to roll his fort save. He fails and takes 14 positive damage. Anything else?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Orson.
Yes, this is not working. What? Who's got a better plan? I'm looking at my spells. Got nothing useful here.
I'm going to go ahead and give you something here, Bergram. I'm sorry, Orson. Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, I
This
know
is-
all about the magics.
This is an undead, and he's talking. I want to see if this occurs to any of you.
I'm a right damn wizard.
No, you don't know what's going on here. Simo, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check as well, please.
Oh, yeah.
You're a blizzard, Daddy.
I want to go to Dairy Queen. Oh wow. Okay. 25. Undead mage, still knows spells, is talking. Is this guy a lich?
I'm
And
gonna
if he's
say
a
yes.
lich, And if he's a lich, does he have a phylactery?
Son of a lich. I knew that. I knew that.
And if he has a phylactery, was there anything in the pack that resembled a phylactery?
Oh yeah, what'd you guys get? I didn't take any of the items because I was super wary of them. But yeah, there was a creepy wand and a vial of blood.
You picked up
I
the
got the
vial.
wand.
You picked up the vial of blood and then put it down.
Oh yeah, I was like, no thanks.
And then I picked it. Then I picked it up.
So yeah, you have a vial of strange blood.
Okay, so yeah, I would like to pass my turn to Okami.
Okay.
I'll continue holding my shield up.
All right.
Do something with that blood.
I'm gonna look over to Bergram, and I'm gonna toss him the vial of strange blood, and then say to him, "Here, do something with this." And then I'm gonna cast Disrupt Undead.
There is a panicked shriek that comes from the head as it sees the vial of blood fly through the air. Where did you get that? Give that to me right now!
I don't have it anymore.
I'm just gonna roll a fort save on his thing. He fails and takes another 12 positive damage. Bergram, it's your turn.
Do I need to attempt to catch the phylactery or?
No, I'm not gonna make you try to catch a simple throw from that distance. If it were further, I would be more concerned, but it's a toss.
So I'm going to turn the phylactery over in my hand. Oh, hey, that's the simple trinket. This is what you're so worried about.
Give that back to me right now!
If you so wish. And I'm going to play toss it to the head, but really slam it against the ground and have it shatter. Is that possible?
It does, or it is.
Oh. Or could I do a softball self pitch to myself? Toss it up in the air and swing with my warhammer?
Sure. It's got an effective AC of 10. Roll your attack.
Yo, are you boys ready for the crit fail?
It's a hit. The phylactery shatters. There is an ungodly loud shriek that comes from within, both from the head and from inside the vial, just as the glass comes apart in the wake of the warhammer's swing. There's a bit of green light that sort of curls upward in the pattern of a skull, forming briefly amid this light before it dissipates. The head goes still. The grove goes quiet. Dorfel has his axe sort of positioned over his head, preparing to chop again at the now inert skull of Nuxum Vol, and then looks over at Bergram and says, "Is it done?"
I would take another swing just to be safe.
And in response, Dorfel will splits the skull entirely, parting the bone with a sort of a deep, or no, actually not deep, a powerful swing of his axe. The shattering sound of the bone rings out through the grove, or doesn't ring, it sort of cracks its way through the grove, and then the place is quiet again, save for the slow sort of lapping of the water at the shores of this pond.
All in another day's work. I told you I had to do something. Oh.
Detect magic and 2E. Remind me again. Is it something I can just do? Like I can just elicit a pulse or emit a pulse?
Yeah, pretty much. And whatever magic was fueling this thing is gone.
The rest of the
There's a-
grove?
The grove seems as placid magically as it is elsewise.
Oh, try the wand.
And I'm gonna go walk over to the cape or the cloak and pick it back up and try and put it on again.
It settles about your shoulders almost amiably.
Does it still do
It's-
stuff?
It feels like the hug of a friend.
Oh,
While wearing this cloak, you can cast Chill Touch as a cantrip.
okay, it does still do stuff.
Cool. Now I have the spell version as well. Right now I have the cantrip version as well.
Didn't that robe make you dance or something?
Not anymore, apparently.
If you insist. I wouldn't mess with it. I think we should probably dig a hole and stuff.
I'm gonna keep it for now, and if it causes any more problems, we'll throw it away.
I'll keep you to your word. Okay, so then we should probably head back then. Let's ask or what's his name again? NPC man?
Dorful! You daft bastard!
Dorful!
Pay attention to Dorful!
Thorful stares at you, nonplussed, and says, right, I suppose we should get back. Everybody capable of walking? Anybody not on their feet?
I totally need to be healed, but I can do that on my own.
Right.
I'm missing a bit.
Let's be off.